On the dividend news, guys, we did get Honeywell, which announced its 14th dividend hike, which was a 4.9% increase, bringing the dividend yield to a 2.3%. 5-year CAGR stands around 5.7%. Another one that did raise its dividend was Concentric Corporation, which hiked its dividend by 10%. The dividend yield now is 1.5%. And another one we did get was Citi Holdings, which also hiked its dividend by 10% to about 71 cents per share quarterly. And the second to last one we did get was Centerpoint Energy, announced a 5.3% dividend hike to a 20 cents per share, marking 3 consecutive years of growth. And then the last one we did get, guys, was Johnson Outdoors, raised its dividend by 6.5% to 33 cents per share, marking 9 years of increases. What's up, everybody? This is Antonio here to bring you episode 206 of the portfolio update. So you guys already know it's Sunday. It's time to go over the portfolio, what we bought, what we sold, what dividends came in, what options we placed, which ones we managed, which ones we had a roll. And in this episode, I will be going over SCHD, guys. We did hit over 700 shares of SCHD now. We got a massive SCHD dividend this past week, and it's going to be very awesome because I'm going to be showing you guys around how much we're expected to get in dividends from around 700 shares of SCHD, how much they're going to be paying me every single quarter, how much they're dripping, how many more shares they're buying every time we get the dividend from SCHD. So it's going to be a very, very awesome video. But you guys already know every single week we come back. Every single Sunday, we try to see how much we grow the dividend snowball. So by the end of this video, we should see that this monthly projected annual dividends, or I guess monthly dividends, this should be much higher because we'll kick off the scripts. We continue to dollar cost average into the portfolio. We have goals that keep us focused on that. But currently monthly, we're projected to make about $357.30. This is going to be much higher by the end of the video, so I'm definitely excited for that. And then if we look at the annual dividends here, guys, you'll see that for 2023, so far we're at $2,168.67. I will actually be adding, or I'll be creating the video for how much we made in dividends for the month of September this week. So I'll probably release it on Monday or Tuesday or so look forward to it. In that case, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing with that bell notification. Help me reach 20,000 subscribers. That's actually one of our goals for 2023, so definitely would appreciate it as well. If you wouldn't mind dropping a big thumbs up on the video, helps out the channel, definitely appreciate it there. But if we look at the quarterly dividends, you'll see that for Q3, we're trying to wait on this month of September to wrap it up. So hopefully we hit over $1,000. We're so far at $342.51. I'm definitely happy. I'm excited to see if we surpass the previous quarter, which I think we will. If we look at the options premium for September, it wasn't too good because we did pay out about $742.94 in the negative, but that's okay because we did actually roll some of our covered calls upwards in a higher strike price. So technically we did not lose money, because if our shares were to get taken away, we would actually still be in the positive at that point. If we look at the options return so far, we've collected about a 2.78% return on premium. And if we look here on the options side, you'll see annually we've made about $3,247.88. So we're still in the positive, which is great to see. I want to show you guys my goals because remember, every single week we come back. This actually keeps us focused. The first one, of course, is to reach 20,000 subscribers, which is really just geared towards my YouTube channel. It has nothing to do with my dividend growth portfolio. So again, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing with that bell notification. I bring all these videos every single Sunday, so you can definitely look forward to those. And then goal number 2, guys, we've surpassed this way higher. Our goal at the beginning of January was to try to get about $325 per month on average each quarter. Guys, we've already surpassed it. We're on our way to $375 to about $400. We have a couple more months in the year, so we'll see if we can hit that goal of $375 to about $400. I think we will. It'll definitely be exciting, a huge milestone there if we reach it. And then goal number 3 is to reach $118,000 invested of my own money. If we look here, guys, so far we are at 116,701. I think we have about $1,300 more to go, and I think we will achieve that. Goal number 4, of course, is to dollar cost average into the portfolio $100 at a minimum, no matter what the portfolio doing, what the market's doing. And then goal number 5 is to drip an additional $100 of my own money every single time a company will be going ex-dividend date. That way we can kind of collect that $100 worth of dividends for that company, and that way it drips and hopefully compounds much faster. Those little crumbs do add up over time. And then goal number 6 here is to reach about $400 per month on average selling options. I think we're getting there slowly but surely, and we're trying to roll up some of our covered calls we have. And then goal number 7 is to reach 1,000 shares of SCHD. We'll see if we can achieve that, guys. I already told you guys my goal on how we're going to get there. We're executing every single month on this, and eventually we're going to get assigned, and we'll own 1,000 shares of SCHD. If I show you guys here the dividend payout, you'll see that we do have a couple companies that are expected to pay out. Actually, all of these are dividend increases that we got for these great companies, so that just compounds the dividend snowball much faster. But you'll see that the only company so far that is going ex-dividend date is JP Morgan on the 10th, or I guess on the 5th of October. We'll be buying $100 worth of JP Morgan probably on the 4th or a little bit earlier. That way we can kind of collect a little bit more crumbs from the dividends. But we'll kick off the script later in the video, see if any other companies announce dividends in our portfolio. But yeah, guys, this is all I have. Let's go ahead and jump over to the portfolio so we can go ahead and get started. So you'll see here that the portfolio is at $207,410.51. Currently about $725.52 in the red, which is roughly about 0.35%. 2-year change, of course, $19,300.27, which is about a 10.26%. And then if we look at the positions, you'll see that we are up in the green in the capital appreciation by 30.16%, which is roughly about $47,646.59. You'll see our cash balance actually did go down. I purchased some SCHD. We hit over 700 shares. But we're at $1,788.18, ready to go, ready to invest, ready to roll, ready to use to roll up and strike price for some of these covered calls we do have. And then you'll see here that we do have 2 covered calls on Apple. They'll be expiring in about 2 weeks or so. We're going to see if we can roll this up to $155 strike price. We'll see what that takes to do that, and hopefully we can eventually get out of these covered calls. And then we'll have also 100 shares of Altria, which we're actually probably going to see if we can do a covered call on them. And then as well as JP Morgan, we had a covered call on them, and it did expire worthless, so we got to keep our shares plus the premium. That's the best situation for us. And then we have Microsoft, which I'm in the money, so I'm going to try to manage and roll this, which will expire on the 20th of October. And then I have all these other companies that we're going to eventually try to get to 100 shares. We'll see how long that takes, guys. We also have SCHD, guys, which finally we're above 700 shares. We're actually at 710 shares of SCHD. They paid out the dividend this week, which I'll show you once we jump over to the history. But you'll see here that we are executing with these options on this. We have 3 cash secured puts on SCHD for $70 strike price that expires on the 20th of October. Actually, SCHD did go down quite a bit to about $70.76. It's kind of what it's trading at right now. So we might get assigned the 300 shares. We'll see what happens. And then we also have 7 covered calls on SCHD for $77. Definitely nowhere near that strike price, so this is all going to expire worthless, and we'll just get to keep the premium, which is going to be a beautiful thing. And then, guys, the last one, of course, SNSX, X, which is the Schwab US Treasury Money Investor Mutual Fund, which we have roughly about $22,000, earning a pretty juicy dividend, or I guess interest payment every single month. They typically pay out on the 15th of every month, so we're getting close to getting that payment, and then we'll reinvest that amount to buy more SCHD, hopefully reaching our goal of 1,000 shares. And if I show you guys here the performance, you'll see that we're actually in the green by $8,904.10. And then if we look at the rate of return, which is a 4.44%, which is great to see. And then if we look at the investment income here, guys, we're projected to make roughly about $5,432.22 in the next 12 months annually, averaging out to be about $452.69. You'll see October, we're projected to make roughly about $388.98, which is pretty great. November, of course, will be our lower month, $178. And then December will be a juicy amount to end the year with $838.51. Gotta love that. And actually, while we're here, I can kind of show you guys what we're projected to make roughly with SCHD. You'll see we have about 710 shares of SCHD. Roughly about 50,000 we have invested. If I click here, get more information on these, you'll see that SCHD is trading about $70.76. They did pay out on the 25th of September. Dividend yields about 3.49%. And then quantity, we have roughly about 710 shares. And then that's about a market value about $50,000. We've received actually year to date about $1,102 in dividends from this ETF. The incoming remaining is about $454.88, and total estimated income has been or will be $1,557. And then of course next 12 months we're projected to make roughly about $1,819.53 from these 700 shares of SCHD, completely passive. A lot of this will become qualified dividend, which is a beautiful thing. And we're roughly making about 400 or so, which honestly we could potentially see how much they do pay out, which I believe they pay out 65 cents. Let me pull up the Google Sheets and we can kind of work that out real quick. So if we look at that, let's see, not that one, we can go to holdings. We can see how much SCHD pays out, which is roughly about 65 cents per share. Let me pull up the calculator. We can do some math real quick. I'll show you guys how much this actually makes. And you'll see that 700 shares is what we have. They do pay out about 75 cents per share, which is 65 cents per share, which is about $455 every single quarter. If we multiply that times 4, you'll see that that's about $1,820. And then that's actually going to be it. If I jump back over here to the actual investment income, that seems about pretty accurate. We're going to try to get this to 1,000 shares. We'll see how long that takes, guys. It's going to be a beautiful thing once we do. And then if we look at the history, I can show you guys what we did this week. So you'll see that we do have it to start all the way from the 24th of September all the way till the 30th. And then if we scroll to the very bottom, I can kind of show you guys what we did. On the 25th of September, we did a sell to open. So we sold a covered call on JP Morgan for a strike price of $152.50. We did sell one. They paid us about $2.34 after fees. And then on the 25th, guys, we also got the dividend from SCHD, which was a whopping $456.87, guys. Very, very awesome to see that. And then on the 25th, we also got the drip from Lockheed Martin, which you'll see was $97.18. Bought back about 23, or I guess 0.23 shares of Lockheed Martin. And then as well, Waste Management reinvested the $6.13, which bought 0.03 shares. Then we, for some reason, this is showing something with SNXXX, which I have no idea what this means. And then if you do know, let me know in the comment section. Definitely would appreciate it. But this is where we're keeping those $22,000 that will be invested into SCHD eventually once we get assigned those cash secured puts. But on the 26th of September, guys, we did buy some SCHD. We bought 3 shares at $71.12, spending about $213.38. Then we also saw that on the 26th, the SCHD dividend amount dripped. So we dripped the $456.87 at about $70.88 a share. It dripped 6 shares, guys, 6.44 shares. So let's just do the math here. I'm actually very interested here. Let me pull up the calculator one more time and we can kind of figure this out. So if they pay out 65 cents per share every quarter, that means that by actually multiplying this times, that means that we actually increased every single quarter by $4.18 or 19 cents times 4. You can kind of see that annually we increase it. Every quarter that they do pay out is about maybe $17 or so, which is such a great thing to see, and love seeing that compounding take effect. On the 27th, guys, we did deposit $200 into the portfolio, $100 to dollar cost average, $100 to invest more into SCHD. And then you'll see on the 28th, we bought more SCHD there. We bought 1 share at $71.05. So actually, while SCHD was dropping, I was buying more here. You'll see that as well on the 28th. Again, I bought 2 more shares at $71.05, spending about $142.10. And then Nvidia paid us a very juicy dividend of 2 pennies. Anyways, you'll see on the 28th, we did get a interest payment, I guess, for uninvested cash, which was about $1. And then we got the dividend from Union Pacific, which was $16.04. Passive income at its best, guys. Very, very great week, completely passive. And let's go ahead and see how much we collected in dividends, interest payments, and so on. So I'll go ahead and click this calculate dividends. And guys, looks like we made $472.93 in completely passive income. Imagine when this portfolio is dripping about $2,000, $3,000 every single quarter. That's going to be such a great moment, and we'll eventually get there. I'm pretty positive we will. We just got to stay disciplined, continue to dollar cost average into the portfolio, and no matter what it's doing in the market and in the long term, our future selves will be thanking us. But let's go ahead and wrap up this video by seeing how much we grew the dividend snowball, guys. So I already have a copy of this right here, so we can kind of compare it by the end of the video. But again, one thing I do want to point out is the options that we did. By September, we actually ended at $742.94 in the negative, but rate of return still is at 2.78% that we are. So we're still kind of in the green here. If we look at the options, this past week, we only collected $2.34. That was from that covered call we placed on JP Morgan, and really was the second week of September where we took most of the hits. But we're still in the positive by $3,247.88, which I'm okay with still. If we look at the dividend payout here, we can actually kick this off. We have 4 companies, see if any companies announce a dividend. So let's go ahead and click portfolio tools, get latest dividends, give it a second or two. It'll see if any companies announced another dividend or so. And then looks like potentially, nope, we didn't get another raise. We only have about 12 companies or so in our positions, but you'll see that on the 10th, or I guess the 10th of October, we'll be getting the juicy dividend from Altria, and then we'll be getting JP Morgan on the 31st of October, which I believe is Halloween, and then we'll start off Starbucks and Microsoft, which will be great to see. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and see how much we grew this dividend snowball. We'll go ahead and delete this. Well, let's jump over to Empower, which should have the latest version of our portfolio, which contains all the purchases from this past week, which should have roughly a little bit over 700 shares of SCHD there. So I'll see you guys over there. All right, guys, so we're at Empower on my Schwab account. You'll see that there's this green button. Click on it. It's called Copy Holdings. What this does is copies the current positions in my portfolio into the clipboard, which then we can jump over to the portfolio settings, right click, paste special values only, and then we can go over here to holdings. This is actually our old snapshot from last week. So you'll see that SCHD was at about 698 shares. We should see around 710 shares by the end of this video. But anyways, I have all these portfolio, or I guess all these scripts available for free. All I ask in return is that you're subscribed with that notification if you do use these scripts. But anyways, you'll click portfolio, I guess portfolio tools, update portfolio holdings. When you click on it, this will get wiped and then it'll start parsing all the new stuff. So let's go ahead and click on it and give it a second or two. You'll see everything's being calculated. We can jump back over here. We'll see how much we grew the dividend snowball, guys. And you'll see for the dividend yield, we're projected to make about 2.08%, or I guess that's our dividend yield. It's actually went up, and that's probably because the portfolio did go down in value. And then you'll see here that the yield on cost is at 2.74%, so it increased from 2.73%. And on the yearly, guys, we're projected to make about $4,323.14 compared to $4,287.55. And then on the monthly, we're finally making $360.26. So we went up about roughly about $3 or so. On the week, we're making $83.14. On the day, $11.84. So we went up about 9 cents. And on hourly, we're still making 49 cents every single hour that goes by. But on the hourly work wage, this is if our portfolio was to go work a 40-hour work week, they would get paid $2.08 for the 40 hours. And previous week they were getting paid $2.06, so they got a 2-penny raise. I guess they're doing such a great job. Eventually we'll try to get this to minimum wage. We'll see how long that takes, guys, but it'll be a huge milestone when we do. Let's go ahead and just show you here the holdings. You'll see that SCHD, of course, is at 710 shares now, which we're projected to make about $1,860 for the year, which is great to see. Dividend yield is at 3.70%. My yield on cost is at 3.59%. So this is a great opportunity to average down on these positions. But this is actually all I have for you guys in this update. Let me know how much you guys got in SCHD. If you own it, how much dividend did you guys collect? How much did it drip? Definitely would love to know. But don't forget to subscribe with that notification. Help me reach that 20,000 subscriber mark. Definitely would appreciate it. And if you wouldn't mind dropping a big thumbs up on the video. And if you stuck all the way to the very end, go ahead and drop a hashtag drip, because that SCHD dividend did drip such a huge amount of shares for next quarter. Definitely can't wait. I will talk to you guys later. Take care. Stay safe out there. Bye, guys.